right, we do have a senior advisor with the Prime Ministry joining us on the phone. If I'm not mistaken, we have Cemalettin Hasimi joining us right now from Turkey. Can you, sir, confirm that this military coup has been attempted and now thwarted, or are the struggles ongoing?
Well, we have managed to get the control in many parts of So what we know for sure, that attempt is an attempt organized by a faction in the army, and they're acting outside of the chain of command. So we are sure about that. Second thing, all of the statements made on their behalf are unauthorized statements by the military headquarters. As of now, just a couple of minutes, we have received the latest info, confirmed info. In majority of places, they have lost, and we managed to get the control. So while the situation is critical, it's sensitive, and we have to wait for at least for 24 hours. But what we know for sure, the government and the states, all of the legitimately elected or legitimate officials, managed to resist against the military intervention.
What about
so as of now, the government and one thing: the president and the government are in power, and as of now, a legal process has initiated against those people, both by the army and by the prosecutor. We believe that. Yeah.
We can very much see that the president is still at large and seems to be very safe right now, and the government seems to be holding together. But what about the military? The chief of defense, Hulusi Akar, has been reported captured. Do you know about his whereabouts and how he is at the moment?
It's a sensitive info. I do not have any specific info about it. But what I can say is that in the last 1 hour, several high-ranking generals, including second command in the army, they made statements calling all the soldiers outside of their barracks to go back to their military barracks, and they made it clear that a legal process will be initiated against them, and they will be prosecuted. So what we know for sure, majority of army, with the exception of that faction, and which has been defined as by one of the generals as a Gulenist or parallel representative member of parallel structure. With the exception of them, army is united. All social groups in Turkey, regardless of their political position, are now outside protesting the military intervention. And literally in Syria, in Ankara, center of Turkey, people are climbing over the tanks to protest intervention. So while we are sad, while we feel all the difficulties of the situation right now, we are happy I am happy to say that Turkish people are doing everything, including officials and others, to protect democracy of Turkey, and we will be successful. Can
I ask you, and I just want to remind our viewers, we are talking right now to a senior advisor at the Turkish Prime Ministry, Cemalettin Hasimi. Yeah. Can I ask you about reports that Parliament has been bombed? We're hearing or seeing reports from a Turkish news agency that Parliament has been bombed, or that there were at least explosions there. Do you know anything about that?
There are some explosions, but it's not a bomb. It's not a bomb, definitely. It's what we call, I don't know its technical name. It's something called, just to create fear. But we do not have any difficulty in the parliament. We have some difficulties around the parliament, but members of parliament are now over there. Already a couple of opposition parties have made their statements that they are criticizing and they are endorsing democracy, and they will do everything to resist against the military intervention. So it's not a bomb.
Mr. Hasimi, tell us about the support of the military outside of Istanbul and Ankara. It's been hugely fluid since the coup of 1980, the recent coup, and all of a number of years ago. What is the support of the military away from the elites in Istanbul and Ankara?
Well, one of the things that characterizes this attempt of overthrowing democratically elected government is that this group is acting outside of the chain of command. They are definitely a small group, but well-organized group. But what we are sure also, with the exception of some places in Ankara and some places in Istanbul, we do not have any difficulty in terms of security in any of the cities of Turkey. So in almost all parts of Turkey, the situation is under control by pro-democracy forces.
How will the government adapt to this? First of all, I believe Matt asked you this, but I've got to ask the question. Where is Mr. Erdogan right now?
The president is in Istanbul right now. Prime Minister is in Ankara, and a couple of hours, just even 45 minutes, right after the first news about military intervention, they made their statements. The Prime Minister went on air, and he has declared that the government is in power, and we will prosecute, and they will pay we will prosecute all those people who are involved with the attempt. The president is in Istanbul, and also he has called people to come out and protest the intervention. And I see people on TV right now, thousands of them with Turkish flags are protesting, and there are leftist groups, there are conservative groups, there are Kurdish groups, there are nationalist groups. They're all carrying Turkish flags, protesting the military intervention, which shows maturity of Turkish democracy, which shows resistance of people regardless of their political affiliation.
I lost the sound. I lost my sound. Take it.
So what I can say is that, look, we have been target and subject of for military intervention, but we will resist one, we will resist this one, and we will be successful.
Do you know, can I ask if you have any idea of who has started this coup, who is responsible for this? You're telling us that some of the top generals have been gathered together. There are Turkish newspaper reports from Milliyet, for example, that this could be a coup started by Colonel Muharrem Koza. Do you know any of those details?
I do not have any of these details. We have to wait for confirmed info. We have to wait for at least 24 hours, actually.
So
what we know is definitely it's a small faction in the army. Definitely a small faction.
When do you think, and let me go ahead and remind viewers again, we're talking with Cemalettin Hasimi. He is a senior advisor to the Turkish Prime Ministry, joining us on the phone from Turkey. When do you think we will get the small military faction cleared out from Istanbul and Ankara, and when do you think you'll be able to gain control, full control, of the streets there?
In majority of places, including Istanbul and Ankara, in majority of the places, it's already under control, particularly the one at the National Intelligence Headquarters, because they have been attacked over there, and also at the military headquarters. Majority of those places have been taken under control, but I believe in 24 hours we will take full control.
Cemalettin, you wrote a book in 2011 and edited a book on Turkey, Europe, and the European Union. Very quickly here, how will this coup change the immediate dialogue between Turkey and the European Union?
Well, as of now, we urge all our allies and all the world leaders to stand in solidarity with Turkish people and Turkish democracy. It is time for the European Union to declare its support, which I have some info that there have been some statements, to declare their stance with the Turkish democracy and Turkish people. As an impact, I believe that as a country with people, with its politicians, with its leaders, with its army, and all other officials, managed to resist against the military intervention, it's a sign of success of Turkish democracy, or the maturity of Turkish democracy. We will be able to protect Turkish dignity, dignity of Turkish democracy, and I hope that all of our allies will stand in solidarity with Turkey. And as an impact, we will see. But what we know, our relationship with the European Union and with US and also with our allies is positive impact on protecting democracy in Turkey.
Cemalettin Hasimi, thank you so much. And of course, speaking with his experience with the present Turkish government.